Good morning, people. This morning I'm planning this will be a little shorter because we're almost ready to leave. And our next sunrise stroll and chat at the Sea of Galilee, God willing, will be the 1st of July. So some good people have given us the blessing of 2 weeks away from here so that we can, as a community, get some R&R, rest and relaxation, disconnect, and also grow as a community. You know, your families, you have to have family time. Everybody, especially as the children grow, have their own activities, but the whole family needs time together. And that's true of a religious family. It's a healthy way to live, to put good emphasis on the community we are. And that's why also at all levels community needs its expressions. Always. All communities need that, otherwise there won't be much community life, sensitivities, understanding. We have to spend time with each other, conversing, playing, enjoying, learning, just experiencing life together as a community. So I leave it as a surprise where we're going, and hopefully I'll send an occasional point of interest or whatever. And I'm not sure how the sunrises will be. If there are nice sunrises, I'll share them so that you can also participate in those little bit of fun we have. I want to go up here to show you the Poinciana tree, how it has bloomed. And actually, I think that really for Pentecost it was completely in bloom, or almost in bloom, or a lot of it in bloom. Other years, so a little bit delayed reaction. We did have it for Pentecost, but very little. And now it's, maybe when we come back in 2 weeks' time, God willing, this will be in full bloom still. And this tree got a real hard pruning, but it's coming back. It's going to be wonderful. Because that's a yellow Poinciana flower, and this one is the red one. And the one at the back is also yellow, as far as I remember. So, just a little quick word about the readings. One thing that stands out today is that there seems to be a great contrast in the attitude to the law. And Paul's words in Corinthians are pretty severe judgment on the letter of the law, because the letter without the spirit doesn't give life. He even used the word that brings death. And then we go to the Mount of Beatitudes, and after the Beatitudes, that extraordinary summary of the identity of a disciple of Jesus, then we have the image of, if you're living that, you are the salt of the earth and the light of the world. And today, it's interesting because the whole context of the Mount of Beatitudes is really the new law. not external prescriptions in that sense, then it's very similar to Paul's commentary. And so it's a new law, and some people would tend to oppose it to the Mosaic law. But Jesus reaffirmed the Ten Commandments very strongly, numerously. So that's a little observation about how we deal with scriptures. We can't take a particular quote out of context and make that absolute. The whole of the mystery of salvation is really the whole context. The whole story from Adam and Eve to the wedding feast of the Lamb in glory in the book of Revelation. And everything is part of that story. So the big story is valid and counts, and it's a plan of redemption of humanity for eternal glory. And then when any one or two lines of scripture seem opposed to others or are taken out of context and made totally absolute, then there's a great danger of misunderstanding, misleading, and it doesn't produce great results, often produces division. That's a word of sacred scripture. Yes, it's a word of sacred scripture within a context. I have to apologize. I forgot to undo the Wi-Fi. So I thought I undid it, but maybe I didn't. I was intending to do it, and maybe I didn't. So I'm sorry if there's a break in connections. Also, I apologize to all our YouTuber followers. Yes, the day before yesterday, for some reason the upload didn't work, and it only went up in the moment that I connected yesterday. So today is Wednesday, so the Monday YouTube was only posted yesterday, a few minutes before yesterday's Tuesday YouTube, which is the content we do here on Facebook, and then I download it from Facebook and upload it to YouTube. So I apologize to our YouTube faithful participants. Our unfriendly little dog here is beginning to bark over there. But he has more bark than bite, or she. So people, I think we leave it like that for today. And I wish you all well. I'll be praying for you and ask your prayer for our community, that we can have a wonderful time together. Jesus called his disciples to be with him. I got cut off there again, I think. Jesus called all his disciples to be with him.